सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अन्वत्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः। अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं सङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हा वरिसूदन। गुरून् हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्षमपीह लोके। हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान्। न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः। यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः। Amma, if this baby has some problem, then you can keep, both of you can sit outside. It is understandable. We are seeing the transformation, internal transformation happening in the mind of Arjuna. In the first chapter, Arjuna was described to have the problem of raga, attachment. Because of that, he got into the problem of shoka, sorrow. And because of both of them, raga and shoka, he got into the problem of moha. Like it happens, one disease leads to other disease. One problem is there, it leads to another problem. And moha means thinking wrongly, thinking upside down. Right is seen as wrong, wrong is seen as right. And this moha is characterized by or accompanied by sorrow as well. And so, in the first chapter, at the end, it was said, Shoka Sambigdha Manasaha. He was afflicted with pain, sorrow, not pain, sorrow. And then in the the second chapter, the first shloka, Sanjaya introduced Bhagavan's statement, Sri Krishna's statement to Arjuna, where Bhagavan told Arjuna to get up and get out of this type of unmanliness, this cowardice, wrong thinking, dejection. He gave some pep talk. This is not proper for you. And it doesn't befit you. You are supposed to be a great, heroic person, very brave person, and you are talking like this. Then Arjuna felt that he is misunderstood, and therefore he said, I am not afraid of the enemies, but I have love and respect for the people who are in enemy side, and therefore I am reluctant. My reluctance does not come out of fear. My reluctance comes out my love and respect for the people on other side. And then he said, if I have to choose between the relatives and the kingdom, I will choose relatives. It is better to live on bhiksha, uncomfortable life, rather than killing my relatives. So up to fifth shloka, he was in the state of obsessive wrong thinking. Wrong conclusions, wrong thinking with obsession. This is how it is. This alone is right. Person is thinking wrongly, but he is so convinced of wrong things. In fact, that is very unfortunate thing for humanity. That those who are having wrong thinking, they are highly confident. And those who have got right thinking, they are not so confident. Therefore, what happens? The people with wrong thinking, because they are confident, they overpower. Right thinking person not very sure, whereas wrong thinking person highly sure. And because of that, the wrong thinking prevails. And therefore, Arjuna also had that stage of wrong thinking with obsession. From that, he goes to the next stage, which is called Samshaya Avastha, the state of doubt. It is a progress. Last class we saw that. From wrong conviction, when you come down to the state of doubts, it's a progress. Why? You are no more obsessed with wrong thinking. You have got now two options. Earlier, you had only one option, which was the wrong option. Now, at least you have got one right option, one wrong option. So, Arjuna, in the sixth sloka, he came to the state of doubt. Which one is good? Protecting my relatives by running away from this war duty, or doing my duty even at the cost of losing my relatives. These two options are there, and both options are painful. Losing relatives is not happy situation. Running away from duty will create guilt in me. I have been a duty bound person, and therefore running away from duty also is not proper. And therefore we don't know, he said, which one is good. And he every now and then he goes to that option, that killing relatives, we would not even have desire to live, much less to enjoy. Much less we have desire to enjoy the bhogas. But at the same time, duty also is important. And this turnaround came from conviction. He went to the doubt state or doubtful state because of Bhagwan's strong words. He thought, Arjuna thought, that he has given very powerful presentation to Bhagavan. Powerful PowerPoint presentation he gave. That why we should not have this war. Why should I run away from this? And he thought Bhagavan will be very much convinced. Bhagavan will congratulate him. Wow, and Arjuna, you are such a wonderful, peace-loving person. Wow, I am proud of you. That's what he expected. Instead of that, Bhagavan said, what is this? What are you talking? So he felt something is wrong. Because Bhagavan doesn't agree with me. If I was right, Bhagavan would have agreed with me. So he now comes to the doubt state. The state of doubtfulness. Then the third thing that needs to happen for one to go to the teaching of right thing is acknowledging the confused state. Having the doubts is one thing. Acknowledging that yes, I am confused. One needs to say this, at least to oneself, and if required to the source of guidance. I am confused. Sometimes people are confused about the confusion itself. Swamiji, I don't know what I'm confused with, but I'm confused. But that also is a good thing. Admit your confusion. Admit your ignorance. Because if you admit ignorance, there is a hope for knowledge. So Arjuna is now going to accept, acknowledge his confusion. That is the third step. The fourth one is, which is going to be talked about, is that one should have desire for solution. Some people say, I'm confused, but okay. Like some people say, I have got mild headache, but it's okay. I will manage. People don't want to go for treatment. So after acknowledging the problem, the next thing that needs to happen is one needs to have desire to solve the problem. I want to be free from this confusion. How long will I remain with confused state? So there should be a desire for solution to the problem, solution to the problem of confusion. The next thing that should happen is one needs to find the helplessness to solve the problem. If I can handle my problem, I will Swamiji become clear. Nowadays Google search is there. I will search, have Google search and I will find out. YouTube, Google are there. Find out. That also is in a good. But you try and doesn't work. Then you find helplessness. Yes. Everything is not there in Google. Otherwise, gurus are not required. So I find that yes, I am not able to find the solution by myself. And then person goes to the right source of guidance, surrenders and asks for help. These are the stages one goes through before he or she receives teaching. And those stages, the last few stages are given in the seventh shloka. कार्पण्यदोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. This is one of the popular important shlokas of the second chapter, where Arjuna is admitting his confusion and also he is requesting for the solution and he is surrendering to the source of guidance. It's not that easy. Many people, they suffer from problem, but not ready to seek help. Ego comes. Especially they say men are having this problem more than women. Women, I like one thing about them is they have problems. Generally, they like to ask for solution. Even driving, the woman sitting by side, she will say, "You ask for that." No, no, I'll find out. I'll find out. Then so much ahead he goes, and then lady cannot remain there to ask, and they have to come back. So it is better ask. The man thinks that if we ask for help, we are weak, and I don't want to look weak, even though I am weak. I am weak, but people should not know that I am weak. This is the problem. If I am in some area, I am weak, and if you don't know language, you ask. Some people know if they don't know English, but still, yeah, okay, okay, yes, 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 like they will say. And after we understand, he has not understood anything. So afterwards, we have to explain the whole thing. Admit. People tell me in Tamil, I said, Tamil Ramba Konchum Teru. Hey, you just tell that. Little bit I know, but please tell me in English or Hindi or whatever. Admit. So Arjuna is admitting and asking for help. So the Swamiji used to say, when you are helpless, asking for help is intelligent. Ask for help. Nothing wrong. Yes, you don't become parasite. Some people are other extreme. They don't do any thinking, don't do any activity. Everything for that person should be done by others. That is other extreme. Parasite mentality. I mean, I will not do anything. You, Swamiji, tell. You think and tell me whether should I get married or not. So I said, no, you. I will give you pros and cons both sides. But finally, it is your decision. Some people don't want to think, don't want to do anything for even themselves. That is the wrong thing. Is other extreme. That everything should be taken care of by others. Everybody else should take care of me. I'm entitled to be taken care of. This is a psychological problem called entitlement problem. Issue of entitlement. I should be helped. In fact, some in country, that country which less resources, when the people from other country go, they demand money. You have to give. You are a rich person. We are poor. You have to give. That is wrong. So it is not that everything we depend upon others. Whatever I can do, I should do it. But there are situations where we need help. Like some small, this wound is there and you can treat by yourself. You can do it. But suppose you require neurosurgery, you cannot do by yourself. Can we do neurosurgery by one? Generally not. A very exceptional situation it happen. I read somewhere. But some surgery he cannot be done by oneself. However expert the doctor is, cannot be done. So when we need help, ask for help. Ask with humility, without pretending. Some people they need help, but they will pretend as if really they don't need help. But if you want to give, give. That's the wrong thing. If I am hungry, so I can ask for food. But we tell, if you want to serve me food, you food. Otherwise, I am okay. That should not say. You ask. When you need help, admit you need help and ask for help. Nothing wrong. Because nobody is designed to be completely independent. You always need some help. So Arjuna admits his requirement and he asks for help and he expresses his surrender to the source of guidance, that is Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That is said here. First, he is explaining or he expressing his problem. Karpanya dosha upahata swabhavaha aham. Arjuna says, this is what I am. When you go to the doctor, you tell, no, this headache is there, this pain is there, that pain is there, all. The Arjuna is telling this. He says, my swabhava. Here, swabhava can be taken as the mind, and swabhava can be taken as my natural traits. Is upahata, overpowered by what? Dosha, defect. Of what? Karpanya. Karpanya means helplessness. Karpanya has got several meanings. One meaning is helplessness. My mind is overpowered by the problem of helplessness. And Swabhava also natural trait. I am supposed to be very heroic, duty bound, but that Swabhava is overpowered by Karpanya, helplessness. I am feeling very wretched. Karpanya has got another meaning. Karpanya means miserliness. Who is miser? A person who does not have resources at all and he doesn't spend money. Is he a miser? A person does not have resources, doesn't have money, and he doesn't spend. Is he miser? Huh? He's not miser. Why? He doesn't have money. If you don't have money and you don't spend money, you are not a miser. If a person has money and he spends money, he is not a miser. Who is miser? Who has and doesn't spend. He is always, likes to deposit, deposit, deposit. When he sees the fixed deposit, he feels happy. Every day he must be doing darshanam. This is 50,000, this is 5 lakhs, this is 10 lakhs. It gives him joy. He can't spend. He can't spend on others. He can't spend on himself. He will say what? No, any problem happens, health problem. He says, Langanam paramam aushadam. Langanam is fasting. He said, for any problem, what is the best medicine? Fasting. It doesn't cost you anything. So his family, somebody falls sick, he'll say, Langanam paramam aushadam. No money. In fact, whatever money spent on food also he saved. So, and for himself also no. They think, oh, I will require money for more emergency, greater emergency, greater emergency. And he dies. That's what happens. That's why in Sanskrit one shloka is there. He said the person who is miser, no, he is the greatest charitable person. Why? Because ordinary charitable, they spend for something for themselves and little bit they give. Whereas this person is giving full amount to the others. Little bit also did not spend. Full amount given. So miser is the one who has resources and doesn't spend. It's a psychological problem. And this, by the way, why person is having this miserliness? Because in the past, he or she might have faced some financial problems. And it was very painful. Sometimes it is humiliating also. Means person was humiliated because of not having money. And that has gone so deep in the mind that money is everything. And because of that, even the person is now changed, situation is totally changed financially. Earlier he has very small income, some 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees, and now he has got 5 million rupees per month. Still can't spend. Why? Because that unconscious, that money is everything, that controls the behavior of the person. One person was recently telling me, he says, Swamiji, we had this problem. And one day my daughter, she gave me a class. She took a class for them. And she taught that you have to come out of this. Your situation is different. And Swamiji, thanks to her, now I have become generous. It's very nice. I said, you convey my congratulations to your daughter. It's a good correction. So one has to let go of that inner insecurity. So Arjuna says, I also have got a problem of miserliness, but not a financial miserliness. His problem is that Bhagavan has given the buddhi. to decide what is right, what is wrong, what is real, what is unreal. For Viveka, Buddhi is given, but I think I have not used it properly. I have not used it sufficiently. Why? I have got this confusion. So I am overpowered by the problem of miserliness of not using my buddhi sufficiently. If I had used, this problem will not be there. And another meaning, helpless. I am overpowered by this feeling of helplessness. And helplessness, the feeling of helplessness is very crippling. It makes the person inactive. I can't do it. What? Only thing happens, he lies down and he just, either some people will drink and others cannot do anything creative. So Arjuna says, this is my situation. And dharma sammuda chetaha. My mind, chetaha, chetas, my mind is deluded, very well deluded. By with regard to what? Dharma. Dharma means what is to be done. My mind is confused completely regarding dharma. And why is he? Why his mind is confused? It's not that he did not have knowledge of dharma. He has gone to Gurukula and therefore he has learned dharma. And before coming to the war, he was clear about what is his duty. But because of ragadveshas, because of likes and dislikes, because of the problem of attachment, his mind is clouded. The subjectivity is there and therefore mind is confused regarding what is to be done, what is not to be done. So this is the problem of moha, he admits. And here dharma word can also be taken in terms of swarupam. What is real I do not know. And because of that, every now and then I am getting into the problem. Therefore, dharma sammuda cheta. And such I, tvam pruchami. Arjuna, who am like this, ask for solution. Tvam, to you. I am asking for the solution because I am confused. So as I said this, from the stage of the wrong conviction, he has now come to a state where he is asking for help. Tvam pruchami. I am asking, what is the solution? And he is requesting now. Yat shreyah syat tat nishitam bruhi. Whatever is good, the ultimate good, shreya means ultimate good. Whatever is there, tat bruhi. Please tell me that. Nishitam, very definitely, very clearly. Or whatever is nishitam shreya, what is definitely ultimate good, that you please tell me. Don't say this also okay, that also okay. Some people are, when you go for solution, they will say this also okay, that also okay. So we were confused. We go to the person, we remain confused. If you go to the doctor and we ask, shall I do surgery? Ah, you can do it. But oh, this problem, I need not do it. So you get confused. So that's why Arjuna says, no, Bhagwan, don't tell me like this. ये भी ठीक है, वो भी ठीक है, वो ठीक नहीं है. So don't tell me like this. That this also okay, that also okay. Tell me Nishchitam. Definitely you tell me what is ultimate good. So the usage of the word Shreyaha suggests that Arjuna has got the background of some background of our Shastra. Because the word Shreyaha is used in Upanishad. In Kathopanishad, this one pair of words is used. Shreyaha and Preyaha. Preyaha means temporary relative well-being. When I eat something which I like, when I listen to the music I like, then I feel happy. Or some health issue is there, I take the crocin or something, and I feel relief. Temporary well-being. Somebody tells you are a wonderful person, I feel good for some time. This is what preya. Preya means relative temporary well-being. They call feel good factor. Feel good. So this which makes you feel good. And some people remain whole life feel good only. They always in search of feel good factors. That is preya. Shreya means ultimate well-being. The well-being, goodness, which is not subject to time. My being comfortable with myself, not subject to time, not subject to place, not subject to situation. Otherwise, some people in Swamiji, I'm happy when I'm in the ashram. But Swamiji, when I have to go back home, and there's Swamiji, so much problem. In ashram also, for time being, it looks like ashram also will have problem. They will Swamiji, I'll go back home. That's what it is. If people think like that, ashram, don't think ashram is a place where you will not have problems. You will have different problems. Not that no problems. Different problems which you did not have there. Different types of problems. So, some people connect their happiness with some place. Some people, sometime. So, in the morning, I am good. Afterwards, afternoon, evening, I feel so depressed. One person told me, something up to 2 o'clock, 2:30, I have got all my schedule set. Afterwards, you know what to do. That's a problem. There is another issue. He was telling me, Swamiji, he said there are workshops on how to manage your time efficiently so you can save time. He said, but there is no workshop to give the solution what to do with the time you have. That workshop is not there. So, some people are connecting their well-being with particular time. Morning, I am okay. Evening, I am not okay. Some people are evening only okay. Morning, not okay. That also is there. So, there are different type of people who are only evening okay. And some people's situation wise. Swamiji, when my spouse is there, I'm okay. It's a very good thing to hear. So my spouse is okay, is there, I'm okay. Or some people say, Swamiji, when the spouse is not there, I'm okay. That also is there, both. Or when Swamiji, my children come, I feel so good. When they go away, I feel so depressed. So people connect their well-being with time, place, and situation. That type of well-being is called preya. Relative well-being means this. Permanent well-being, absolute well-being is I am comfortable with myself every time, every place, every situation. Because I discover that I am the source of satisfaction. Pujya Swamiji used to present this very well. He said, I am the meaning of the word satisfaction. I am the ultimate meaning of the word satisfaction. One who has discovered this, where will he be happy? Wherever you put. Wherever. Whichever place, whichever person, whichever time, I am happy. Like sugar crystal. Sugar crystal is sweet, morning or evening? Always. Always. Is outside the container or inside container it will be sweet. If you take it out of container. Will it become otherwise? With its friends or without friends. Sugar crystal is happy. So one who has discovered this ultimate source of joy, that person has Shreyaha, ultimate well-being. And Arjuna says, I want that. Thus, Arjuna is switching over from the incidental, topical problem to the fundamental problem. From this topical, what is called solution, he is now seeking the fundamental solution, ultimate solution I want. So, Shreyaha Bruhi. Yat Shreyaha Tat Me Bruhi. You please tell me that what is the ultimate well-being. But in Shastra it is said, a person who is not a disciple, to that person this Vidya should not be given. Na putraya ashishya bruyat. So, a person who is not Shishya, mainly Shishya, then this Vidya should not be given. As we have seen earlier, that a wise person does not have pressure to share wisdom. Not that, oh, I have so much, so much. Who will come? Who will come? I want to share, I want to share. That pressure is not there. Some people have this, oh, I have so much. When people will come and receive, then there is something missing. So, wise person will not have eagerness to share wisdom, anxiety to share wisdom. Complain that Swamiji, I know so much and nobody comes and takes benefit from my learning. That type of thinking is not there. कोई शिष्य मिलता ही नहीं स्वामी. So I don't get any shishya. That type of issue is not there. Therefore, there is a convention that if a person wants Vidya, he or she has to ask, and that too appropriately. And one of the thing is, one has to declare, I am Shishyaha. That's what Arjuna says. Aham te Shishyaha. I am your disciple. Shishya means Shastum Yogya. One who is fit to be instructed. Shishyate iti Shishyaha. One who is taught, one who deserves to be taught, one who deserves to be instructed. That person is for Shishya. We have three words for the people who are studying. One is called Vidyarthi. Vidyarthi means Vidyayaha Arthi Vidyarthi. The one who is desirous of knowledge. I want knowledge, so I am going to this class and learn, and then just get out of the class. No connection with teacher. Just going as I go for other coaching classes. This is one more. Vidyayaha Arthi. I want some knowledge. It's very interesting. Vedanta is very intellectually challenging. And therefore, I go and learn. That's all. No connection, no reverence, no gratitude, just going and learning. That is Vidyarthi. Second is Antevasi. Antevasi means residential student who is staying near the Guru and getting more benefit observing Guru and serving Guru. That is Antevasi. Third is for Shishya. Shishya means one who is eager to be instructed in all areas of life. Don't tell me, Swamiji, what to do, which program I should watch. Don't tell me all this. You teach me what is Brahma, what is Atma, what is Sukshma Sharira, what is Karana Sharira. That you tell me. That is not Shishya. Shishya means one who wants to be molded by the teacher. One who wants to mold oneself under the guidance of teacher. That person is the Shishya. Which is more than even Antevasi. Some people may be staying nearby, but surrender doesn't happen. So Arjuna says, I am Shishya. And when I declare myself to be Shishya, then the wise person becomes my Guru. Wise person doesn't have pressure to be Guru. Wise person doesn't say, from tomorrow onwards I will be your Guru. Please come, tomorrow onwards come, I will be your Guru. No. Puja Swamiji was asked this question abroad. Are you an Indian Guru? He was asked. Are you an Indian Guru? Swamiji said, I am a human being. With reference to my students, I am Guru. That's a very sane answer. Means one doesn't assume all the time I'm Guru, whoever in airport, everywhere, you teach, who is Atma, who is Brahman, you don't know? Okay, come sit. The flight is going to come, so 1 hour is there. So that is not a wise person. When you discover Shishyatvam in you, the wise person assumes the role of a teacher. That also a role of a teacher. He doesn't start thinking I'm intrinsically I'm guru. No. With reference to these people, I am considered guru. I don't mind teaching. So people ask this question that Swamiji, how to find a guru? Swamiji said, he said, I am already a guru and still people ask me question how to find a guru. It means he doesn't consider me to be guru. Alright, still we answer this question. How to find a guru? The best answer is you discover Shishyatvam in you. You first become a Shishya. And becoming Shishya means what? Finding the necessity for the solution to the problem of confusion. One who has gone through all those stages. One who has acknowledged confusion. One who has found the helplessness to solve the problem. One who is ready to seek help. One who has humility to seek help. One who has readiness to be instructed. That person is called Shishya. And when you discover that in yourself, I want to learn under the guidance of some teacher. Oh Lord, please send me. It is Bhagwan's job to send you a guru. Bhagwan has got guru agency. So he will send some guru. I tell you, you don't have to bother about it. If you are ready to be a Shishya, you have discovered that you really want to learn. Somebody, how nice if somebody comes and teaches me, I can surrender, I can ask for solution. How nice it is. And you pray to Bhagwan, Guru will be definitely provided. And if locally not available, Bhagwan himself will become your Guru, if required. Like in the school, the principal will send the teachers for different classes. If teacher has not come, what will he do? He himself will go and take the class. You know, principal also takes classes. Similarly, Bhagwan will do it. But generally, there are plenty. There is a dearth of Guru. There is a dearth of real Shishya. And so Arjuna says, I am your Shishya. You become my Guru, that's not a right thing. Swamiji, will you become my Guru? That's not a good question. Swamiji, I want to be your Shishya. I am ready to become your Shishya. I would like to become your Shishya. Will I be blessed by your teaching? That is the right way of asking. Do you want to be a Guru? You will ask Swamiji. He said, do you want to be a Guru? Swamiji, I am ready to be a Shishya. I don't mind. That's not an attitude. So he says, Te Shishya and Mam Shadhi. Literally, Shadhi means rule over. You rule over me or instruct me. It is not that I am Shishya, but don't tell me anything. My drinking habit is there, all this eating, all these things. So I mean, don't tell me all this. You don't teach the teacher how to teach. I mean, you teach in this way. You teach in this way. That's not a correct way. Let teacher decide. Swamiji, I want to study this text. I want to study Advaita Siddhi. Did you study Tattva Buddha? I am not interested, Swami. You teach me Advaita Siddhi. That's not correct. Let the teacher decide. Text is generally decided by the teacher, not the student. Because the student doesn't know what is the content. And therefore, teacher has got better idea whether it is relevant to the student now. Some names are very fascinating. Khandana Khanda Khadya. How nice it sounds, Big name. Khandana Khanda Khadya. That's the text. It is so difficult. And it cannot be even relevant because it's a dismissal of Nyaya. This particular Shastra. The Nyaya Shastra itself you don't know. Then what is the relevance of the dismissal of Nyaya? No relevance. But Swamiji, I heard this thing. I want to study. Vedanta Paribhasha, Swamiji. I heard Vedanta Paribhasha, very good. But this person doesn't know this Artha Sangra, etc., the text to be studied, Tarka Sangra, and then Vedanta Paribhasha. Doesn't work. So let teacher decide. So he says, Shadi Mam, you please instruct to me. And what type of me? Tvam Prapannam, I am surrendered to you. So Arjuna declares his surrender to God. Regarding this surrender, in Sanskrit it's called Sharanagati. There are so many wrong ideas. Sharanagati does not mean that we stop our buddhi completely and whatever teacher says we keep on nodding. Yes, 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 yes. That is not what surrender is. People think surrender means we should not ask questions. That is not true. In fact, your not asking question can be a sign of indifference also. If somebody is talking and you don't have Shraddha in the person who is talking, you will not ask even question. You don't care to ask. Right? You don't have any Shraddha in the person. So the not asking question is not a sign of Sharanagati. It can be a sign of indifference, not having trust. Therefore, surrender means what? Surrender means trust in the capacity and in good intention of the source of help, source of guidance. Means I look upon the source of guidance as capable of guiding me and trust in his good intention that he wishes well of me. These two things should be there. Somebody may be capable of guiding me, but he may have wrong intention in guiding me. He wants to exploit money, exploit something from me, exploit me and get some things from me. Therefore, both I trust the capacity of the person and I trust that this person wishes well of me. And there is humility. Means I have found that I am helpless in finding the solution. I need solution from the source of guidance. So surrender means the attitude, a particular attitude characterized by the trust in the source of help with humility and also respect. So Arjuna says, O Bhagavan, O Krishna, I have surrendered to you. And surrendering indicates readiness and openness to receive the teaching. And surrender means what? I want to learn from you. I want to be guided by you. That surrender he expresses. And when this happens, then only Bhagavan will start teaching. And as I said, if a person discovers this attitude which Arjuna is expressing, then one need not worry about getting Guru. He or she will definitely get Guru. Why? Person has sincere desire. And with that, he definitely attains. And this shloka is a very popular shloka where what should be the attitude of a student, that is very beautifully presented. Because most of the students do not get benefited from the right teacher. One reason is not having proper attitude as a disciple. Therefore, they don't get benefited. They study for a number of years, but benefit doesn't come. Why? This surrender is not there. And surrender doesn't mean slavery. Surrender doesn't mean that I will not use my intellect. Even wrong thing, if I find that is wrong, but no, I should not think is wrong because he is my guru. That's not correct. If he finds wrong, I will not say you are wrong. I will ask him, please explain me how you are right. I want to be convinced. I trust that you will be right, but please explain to me how you are right. Not that, I should not ask any questions. Asking question means I am not surrendered. That is not correct thinking. You can be surrendered, but still you can ask. But when you are asking the question, your mind is not to dismiss the teacher. Your mind is to understand how teacher is right. And if he explains, he gives the answer, you are not satisfied. Still you can ask. Second time you can ask. Third time you can ask. Fourth time you can ask. Nothing wrong. So surrender means this openness to listen to the teaching, openness to be molded under the guidance of the teacher. And Arjuna declares that. And as some Mahatma said, this shloka has got some, extra value. This is not really this Vedantic thinking, but some Mahatma said, so I share with you generally when I talk about this shloka, I share with this, that when you have got some confusion and you are right now you do not have teacher available or teacher is not there at all or teacher is not available, then you chant this shloka at night 108 times. Chant this shloka. And afterwards, don't do anything. You just take rest. And then you do it for 7 days, and they say the solution will come. It may sound mystical, but that Mahatma has said, and I have no reason to distrust his words, so I am sharing. This is not like in Vedanta, Swamiji, which chapter it is written, which Upanishad it is written. I don't have any source to show that. But some Mahatma said, and I asked, Mahatma said to one Mahatma, and he has written, so I am sharing. That this shloka is a very beautiful shloka to express your openness to receive the guidance. And when you express your openness to receive the guidance will come. And so Bhagavad, this shloka has got this beauty that if you chant it, then you will get Guru. In fact, some people say, Swamiji, I am not getting teacher in my place. Not. I suggest that you chant this shloka with sincerity and pray for guide. One will definitely come. Okay. So Arjuna expressed his surrender, expressed his readiness to be guided. Now in the next shloka, Arjuna wants to say, Bhagwan, my request is not very casual request. If you are free, I am free, we will discuss Vedanta. It's not like that. For many people, Vedanta is a pastime, good pastime. Pastime means what? Means a time, a hobby-like thing. Is this some pleasant activity or something for fun we do. They use it for fun. So your class was a great fun. So I am not fun by that. So this Vedanta is not for fun. People say, no, in this sentence there is no fun. Vedanta is not meant for fun. So Arjuna wants to tell that, Bhagwan, my request is not casual request. I am very serious about it. I have intense desire for a solution. And don't tell me some temporary solution. I want ultimate solution. And that idea he expresses in the next shloka. Nahi prapashyami mamapanudyad yacchokamuccoshanamindriyanam avapya bhumavasapatnamruddham राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्. Arjuna says, Nahi prapashyami. I am not seeing that yet which shokam apanudya mama, which will remove my sorrow. I am not seeing any particular achievement or particular action which would remove my sorrow. Means if I get this thing, my sorrow will go. get the thing, when my sorrow will go. I don't find that. So, oh, tat na prapashyami. I do not see that yet which shokam, mama shokam apanudya, which would remove my sorrow. And my sorrow is indriyanam uchoshanam, which is drying up my all organs. Means sorrow is so intense that my organs, including the mind, doesn't function properly. Overpowered by sorrow. Indriyas do not function properly. My capacity is reduced because of this sorrow. And it is not that if I get kingdom, I will be free from sorrow. Or if I get heaven, I will be free from sorrow. That's what he says. Avapya bhumau asapattam vruddham rajyam. Avapya means even after attaining rajyam, kingdom, bhumau, on this earth, if I get some kingdom, my problem will be solved. Problem of sorrow will be solved. I don't think so. This is called viveka. Person sees that all the things in the world can give me something, but not what I am seeking. What I am seeking is this freedom from this problem of sorrow, problem of this sense of limitation. That problem will not be solved by any achievement. Even I get kingdom. So sometimes kingdom may be there, but it is like a desert land. Therefore he said, no, 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 Rudham, very prosperous kingdom. Not that I got this Siberia, or some other desert, Rajasthan desert, as my kingdom. So what is this? Arjuna said, no, Ruddham, even prosperous kingdom I get, my problem will not be solved. Sometimes kingdom may be prosperous, but there are so many enemies around. You cannot have peace. He said, no, Asapatnam, without enemies, unrivaled kingdom I get. That also will not solve my problem. Because my real enemy is not outside. So even outside enemies are not there. Kingdom is very prosperous. Still, it will not solve the problem of sorrow. And some people think that in this world, Swamiji, nothing good. It doesn't interest me. I want to go to heaven. Heavenly abode I want. Arjuna says, that also I don't think. He says, Suranamapi chadipatyam. Even I get the status of being the king, the lord of all the devatas, means a very good position in heaven I get. Still, it will not remove my problem of sorrow. Because sorrow, Puja Swamiji very nicely explained, sorrow is centered on I. I am sorrow. Whatever happens outside, it will not solve the problem which is centered on me. If problem is centered on something outside and you get that outside thing, your problem should be solved. It is not so. Problem is centered on I. I am feeling limited irrespective of what I have or I don't have. That sense of limitation, sense of inadequacy, always a wanting person, ye dil mange more. I want to become somebody. I want to become somebody. That problem is centered on I. And it cannot be solved by any external achievements. Because my problem is I am limited. And anything I achieve will be what? Limited. Limited plus limited is what? Limited only. I am limited plus something is added, which also is limited. Then what? Limited plus limited. I continue to be limited. That is what we see. When a person is a small child, he said, my all problems will be solved when I grow big, grow older, not big, grow older. Then He grows older. Then he said, "Oh, how nice childhood was, so beautiful." He said, "When I am a student, I think when my study will be over." He thinks that when study is over, then I will be happy. It's not that. He has to find a job. He gets a job. He said, after getting the job, settling the job, I'll be okay. Now, immediately, family start. Oh, when are you getting married? Not getting girls. Well, this is a problem. Nowadays, this alliance is very difficult. I always feel why it's a problem. Logically, it should not be a problem. There are some almost similar number of male and female. Might be married. It doesn't happen. And for one girl, there are no people in this 8 billion people. I always wonder, but it happens. People say, my daughter is unmarried for 20, 10 years, 15 years. We have been searching, not getting. Problem? Nowadays, is a big problem. Getting married. Getting married, problem. Then afterwards, a child. Always. That there is no situation where I can say Saku. I mean, Hodu, Purna. That doesn't always feel. This is okay, but I want something, something. And that problem of sense of limitation cannot be solved by any achievement outside. And this is technically called Iha Mutrartha Phalabhoga Viraga. Arjuna is saying that any object in this world or any object in other world will not solve my problem of sorrow. So Bhagwan, please don't give me some temporary solution. Crossing don't prescribe. I want surgery. So you give me some permanent solution. This you Arjuna, you get this kingdom, you fight this war, you will get kingdom, you'll be all right. Don't tell me this. I have already thought over this. Therefore, please tell me what is really good for me ultimately. And having said this, Arjuna keeps quiet. That is said in the next shloka. It will see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri